Today we're gonna build this full automatic bone meal and XP farm. We're gonna build this smaller version here because you can expand it as big as you want later on. How to make it bigger or expand it, I'm gonna show you later in the video, so you know everything you have to know to expand it. So we start by placing a row of uneven blocks, so like 7, 9, 11, 13 and so on. We're gonna start with 11 blocks here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then go to both ends here and place 9 blocks. Same on this side here. Then we take water and place it in the back row here. And when you see the water doesn't reach the end like this, then you have built everything correct so far. And now we can dig out this row already. Next, we have to build a small frame. And yeah, you can use glass blocks for that or any other blocks. I'm gonna use glass blocks so you can see everything. Very important, if you want to expand the farm, leave one side open. I'm gonna build a whole frame in the video now since we don't want to expand it. But now if you want to expand it, just leave this side here open so you can expand it always into this direction here. So then build it around 10 blocks high here, depending how high you want to build the farm. So you can decide it by yourself. So now I have 11 blocks high in total. And then we can start with the modules here. So place the temporary block here above, one block above the water, and then another one on the side and diagonal from the first one building block. Then we have to continue building this layout here, like a temporary block, building block, temporary block, building block. And then we have to repeat this for the whole area here. So until we reach the end like this. And then we also have to repeat this on the other side, so we get the whole area covered in this layout here. There we go. Now it should look like this. Obviously the temporary blocks can look somehow else. And now remove the temporary blocks. By the way, only a very small number of you have subscribed, which is really sad. So if you like my video, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe and like my video. Subscribing is free, and if you do not like my content anymore, you can unsubscribe at any time. So now it should look like this here. Then place sand on every single building block here. You can, by the way, have more or less of these building blocks depending on how big you've built the farm so far. Then take Cactus and place them on all sand blocks here. So now it should look like this. And now on the both sides here, you can see why we need an uneven number. Otherwise, the glass would be directly next to the cactus, which would make it impossible to be there. So yeah, we have space on both sides now. Next, we need iron bars or fences. I would recommend iron bars since there's a simple reason. If we let the cactus grow once here, we place the iron bars between them, then you see they're getting destroyed. Same with the fence if we place them next to the cactus. But let's place them next to each other, and then you will see the surface of the fence here is like 4 times bigger than on the iron bars. So if there are cactus falling from the top here, they can land on top of this area here. And with the iron bars, the chance of landing on top of the area is much lower. I will link a iron farm video in the video description, so you have enough iron to build this. But if you don't have iron for any reason, then you can also use these fences here. So now I would recommend waiting until the cactus has grown at least one stage, since then it will be a much easier for the next step, as you will see now. So now we have to place the iron bars or the fence gates between the cactus here. Then place temporary blocks not higher than on the sand, because otherwise you would break the cactus as I did right now. So now we can place the iron bar right there and replace the cactus, obviously. So now we have to do this between all of the cactus and make sure to use the temporary blocks just between the sand here. So there we go. And then go up and place iron bars next to all cactus here. So now take iron bars and always on this height here, on the second level of the cactus, and then they will get harvested automatically here. Now we have to repeat this for every second row here. I've, by the way, made a big mistake. I've taken the middle here, because I could have taken this row and the right row, like this here, and then, yeah, we would just need 2 rows instead of 3 rows, so I will remove the middle one and place them on both outside side rows here. I think you know what I mean, so yeah. There we go, this one was the last one. And now the cactus will get harvested automatically if they gonna grow. Let's put up the tick speed here a bit. And there you see they're getting harvested automatically and end up in our small path that we dug out before. Now you see we can easily expand this to all sides, to the left and right, and also to the back. And yeah, we will expand it now to the top, since this is pretty simple to do. For that, just take your temporary blocks and place 2 or 1 on top of the cactus and a building block on top of that. Then remove the temporary block, and then we can just repeat the steps that we've did before, and then we have the next row. So you can either build this same layout we've did before, or just do the temporary block here on top of the cactus. And now you can theoretically build it unlimited to the sky. It doesn't matter how high you build this farm, the cactus will always end up in the water here. And now it should look like this. Now we have 2 levels, and as mentioned, you can build like 20 levels as you want, or build it to the left or right side. It's pretty simple to expand it to the back or front here. Just remove this row here, and then the water will get expanded. I think it's 7 blocks, and then you can also build it to the front like for hundreds of blocks. I will show this later in the video how I did it in my big farm that you've seen in the beginning. And if you do have problems with the performance of your world, you can easily upload it to a server or increase the capacity of your server. This is very easy with the sponsor of today's video, Gportal. At Gportal you can rent cheap Minecraft servers which also have a very good performance. I myself have all my servers on Gportal and I've never had any problems or crashes or anything else. Mods can also be installed in just a few seconds. With the link in the video description you get the 10% discount on your server and support me at the same time. So we don't need a roof, you can build one if you want, but yeah, otherwise if you don't have one you can always expand it to the top, which is much better, and yeah, you don't need a roof. Don't build one, it would be unnecessary. Next, go into this corner here, place water, and now the water stream is pretty fine now, it's ending up here, but if we have the farm bigger we potentially have to expand this, yeah, but now we don't have to do this, but this is how you would expand the water stream. Just stick out the next row below the where the water ends here. Then place composters on this height here, and hoppers leading into the composters. Oh, there we go. And now if we take some cactus and throw it into the water here, you see it's ending up in the composter and it's producing bone meal for us. Now we have to dig out some areas, so we have some space here. I will also yeah, build a small glass front here so you can see everything better. You don't need to use glass here, by the way. This would most likely be dirt or normal stone for you. But now dig out these blocks here, so we get below the composters, and then place the double chest, or the double chest right here, and then 2 hoppers leading into the double chest. So now the bone meal that's getting produced will end up in this chest. Because the composters are not filled yet, there is no bone meal in our chest. But if we throw now some cactus in there, they will produce some bone meal for us. And now, theoretically, the farm is already done. As you see, it's not that efficient right now, but yeah, we have bone meal for free, and it will work just if you are around. And now you can build it as big as you want, depending on your needs of bone meal. But now, let's go into my hardcore world and check how to make it much bigger, so it's getting much more efficient. And as you see, it's pretty cheap to build, and it's also not taking many resources. The cactus getting produced automatically. You can just remove the composters and have enough cactus to place in the farm, and sand and any building blocks is also pretty easy. So there we have the huge farm. Like, this took some work, but it's also fun to build and pretty easy to build, as we don't need resources, as I already mentioned. You see, they're pretty big. And I also have an open roof, as I mentioned before in the video. But now let's go down here. This is much more interesting than the farm itself, since now we have the water stream here. You see, I've just dig out one more block, always if the water stream was about to end, and then I just have the top row of water. So there's just a few buckets of water here, and you see this water stream is bringing the cactus in here. Oh, there's one stuck, so you can build this wall probably a bit higher or even place water there. I've also did it here with the water stream, as I mentioned in the video, if the farm is bigger. Why didn't I use like trapdoors or ice? It's pretty simple, because the cactus often got stuck on the trapdoor or on the ice, and it was working much better with the water stream, since you don't have any cactus that's getting stuck there. So I definitely recommend using this strategy. I've tested it a lot and this worked out the best here. So let's go down into our, I would say, crafting area, and you see it's looking more complicated than it actually is. So this is our water stream bringing the cactus down, and then we have another water stream that here with the hoppers leading the, yeah, I have 2 furnaces here, so they are getting filled first. They're producing dye, and yeah, they are just, we also get XP from doing this, from smelting the cactus, and all of the other ones are just composters producing bone meal. So if these are getting full like this, it goes to the next chest. You obviously don't need that many. Like 1 chest would be totally enough, probably 2 chests, so we have enough composters if the farm is producing many cactus at the moment. But you see here, I also use the trapdoors with ice there, so yeah, nothing gets stuck here. So we also you could also make a hopper row here, but this would cause your server to lag, so I wouldn't recommend this. With the water stream, is working pretty easy, just a trapdoor and you are good to go, since the cactus is going, yeah, just right through there. And yeah, now we can just wait until all chests here are getting filled. This will take some time, obviously, and we often take out some bone meal in the first chest, and then they're getting filled up first. And like, we have a bone meal, green dye, and XP farm at the same time. Yeah. And always, if you want to play on your world, it's just producing very passive bone meal, and you don't have to do much. And you get free XP here with the green dye and the cactus. And this is pretty efficient, since it's not causing many performance issues on your server. And also, I've connected here on the left side a bamboo farm. So we have like free fuel for the furnaces. It's just a pretty simple bamboo farm that I've made a video already a few days ago, I think. And yeah, it's getting, if the bamboo grows, it's getting farmed by the pistons here, and then it's going into a hopper system. We could also build a water system there, but this was too complicated for me then, since this was just improvised. And there end up all of the bamboo in this hopper here, and everything is full here. Also the chest below the hoppers, like everything is full, and then it's getting put into the furnaces here, and we have infinite fuel here. So yeah, you see bamboo is getting burned very quickly, so you definitely need a big bamboo farm. Or what means big? This wasn't a big bamboo farm, but you need a bamboo farm to fuel like 2 furnaces, and then it's fine, since its cactus is going through pretty quick. And then you can also always, yeah, just put some composters there, so you use all of the cactus. If you want, if you want that I show you how to build a cactus bamboo farm connected, then make sure to write it in the comments, and I will think about it. Probably I will make one if someone requests it. So because it's a pretty good farm. But that's it with the video. It doesn't have to be that big, obviously, just if you need very big amounts of bone meal always. But otherwise this farm works pretty well also in a smaller dimension, but it's also fun to build, and it's not taking many resources off your server, so it's very efficient and yeah, cheap at the same time. So that's it with the video. I really hope you liked it. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe.